Hey, how's it going? It's Stefan Ciancio, CEO and co-founder of Webinar Kit here. And today I am more excited than I've been in a very long time to announce something to you that is basically completely disrupting the sales webinar industry. So if you're an online business of any sort, or even an offline business, you may or may not realize how powerful webinars are, but they are literally the secret to scaling your business. You could turn a stranger into a sale in as little as 30 minutes following the right format. You unlock one-to-many selling, which means you don't have to keep going on tedious sales calls one after the other. You can have 10, 100, 1,000 people consume your message all at once and build a relationship with them. This is how you scale. This is how you get to 7 figures. This is how you get to 8 figures and beyond. So the biggest problem until now has been creating a webinar has required hiring expensive people like, copywriters to write the whole deck. People charge 15, 20, 25K to do this for you. Or you can use existing templates and stuff. Like with Webinar Kit, we provide amazing templates, but you still have to actually build it yourself. And that could take you some time. Oftentimes it has taken me months to build a good webinar. Well, we have completely flipped that on its head. All right. Now, before I even get that far, another thing you're seeing coming out now is people creating script builders. Like, oh, we've programmed it, right? That's basically just sitting on top of ChatGPT, right? And if it's programmed well, it could be valuable. But no one's cracked the slide presentation, right? Because sales webinars usually have a certain slide presentation that's built to convert, right? You can go into Gamma AI and build slide decks, but they're not really built for conversions, right? They're not built by marketers. So we've gone ahead and actually built something that is pretty amazing, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and start showing it to you now, but it's called the AI Creator Suite. Now, keep in mind that not everything is fully live yet, but we wanted to get it created and we wanted to get it out to you. We've got the scripts and the slides. We call it in beta. It is a working product, but we call it beta just because we have a lot more stuff coming out on these features, like a URL to a webinar builder, meaning you can literally just put your URL of your website in and it's going to build you a high converting sales presentation that's going to get you daily clients and sales. And again, all of this is really cool. This works for any niche. I don't care what niche you're in. This is going to work for you to get more sales. It's really amazing what we put together here. But anyway, just to kind of go into it a little bit more, we've got the scripting built. So that means you could literally just like upload some information about your product and it'll build the script. And then we've got the slide deck builder, which will actually build the slide deck. So I'm going to do a quick demo here to show you how powerful this is. So I'm going to go ahead under scripts and just go to new script. And this is going to pop something up here. I'm going to go ahead and call this, let's call this AI. I have something called the AI Webinar Workshop. Let me make a script called AI Webinar Workshop. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here and click Generate Script with AI. And one of the things you're going to see here is this autofill prompt questions. At the time of recording this demo, this feature is almost live, but it's not fully live yet. But what's really cool is this is going to be that URL option plus a few other options to autofill the information for your thing, for your webinar. So this is coming at the time of you watching this video. It may already be live, so you could play around with it and see. But regardless of that, if I come into Generate Script with AI, I could just come in here and put some info in. So I'm going to call this the AI Webinar Workshop event. Okay, event presenter is me, main promise, big idea. Let's call it how to scale your business to 6 and 7 figures using the power of AI and webinars. Who is this event for? Coaches, course creators. I'm just going to, fill this in quick. Pain points, stuck under 10K months. Let's add a pain point. Overwhelmed by AI. Not sure how to move forward. Thinks webinars are still too hard. Create. Biggest desires, 6 and 7 figure business. Automate daily clients and sales. And then we go bigger. I'll go bigger on one more. Again, I'm filling this in quick. Build a life of financial freedom. Common mistakes. Not focusing on AI for sales growth and automation. not running webinars to get daily clients and sales. False beliefs. I mean, so this one I'll probably just do webinars are too hard for newbies. I is too confusing, so I'll say my journey used to be a mechanical engineer but wanted a life of freedom outside the 9 to 5. Discovered the power of webinars, grew multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. Part 3 now runs webinar kit, AI webinar software, making webinar success easy and accessible to all with AI and automation. Proof and authority, 20,000 companies use webinar kit book, sell more with webinars, is an Amazon bestseller. AI accelerator, I'll call this AI accelerator. 8-week AI webinar. I can actually create this product after this, which is cool if I wanted to. Pre-recorded lifetime trainings access. AI prompt vault. We'll just say that for now. Offer bonuses. One-on-one call with Stefan. Okay. Regular price. I'll say normally $4,997. Right. Let's make it $997 on the webinar. Webinar incentive. We'll do. I already did one-on-one call with Stefan, so we'll do 2 more calls with Stefan. 30-day money back. Call to action link. AI webinar workshop. AI accelerator. I'll just put a generic thing in here. Can a newbie do this? Maybe you can do it. I'll say don't miss out. Okay, so this is me filling in the script. I'm going to generate the script. Okay, so you can see here it's generating the script. It's going to go ahead and build the slide info here. And then, by the way, what's really cool is just like this, you're going to have something that if you don't even want to use our built-in slide builder, you can go and give this to a designer. But this is built on a custom cocktail of years and years of webinar experience, running our own webinars, seeing what works for our clients and our customers, and the fact that we run a large webinar platform. We have a lot of data. But you can see how fast it's building this for you. So it's just going in and building a massive slide deck for you. So it's going in and it's going to do this. I'm going to pause until it finishes, but you can see how quickly it's doing it. So I'm just going to pause until we get to the final slide. All right, we are back, and you could see that the script builder has spit out an 86 slide webinar, which is pretty good. So we could see here that this is the offer stack slide, but you could basically take this and like copy and paste and give it to a designer if you want, right? But we're not ending there, right? We got the actual slide deck builder too. But you can see it built it. It even gives instructions like, you know, what the title should be, what photo should be on there. Which is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and save this deck. Okay. I'm going to go to complete. All right. So now that's there, right? It even gives you the word total, which you may or may not need, but it's got it there for you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and click slides. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click new presentation here, and it's going to pop up our slide deck builder. All right. So what I'm going to actually do is click create slide deck from script. I'm going to come over here and select a script. The AI webinar workshop is the one we just did. Okay, so if I come down here, I could select a different style of the webinar, right? If you're running more of like, let's say you're in the health niche, maybe you want more of like one of these colors, but I'm just going to do this one, the very just black normal text. I'm going to edit my brand image to webinar kit. So select that one. Bottom right, I'm going to place the logo, and you want to make sure you toggle replace existing slides, and I'm going to go ahead and import script. All right, you can see that it's actually going to go ahead and start building the script for me now, which is really, really cool. And we toggled the AI image generation, so it's actually building the images for these slides as well. And you can see this thing is going pretty fast, right? And again, these are not like gamma slides. These are sales presentation slides. Like you've seen webinars, right? This is the format that webinars follow. Very simple, proven for sales, headline, bullet points, usually an image, right? So you're going to see it's going through and building all of this content for you very, very quickly, right? So here's the interesting thing. It just made the slide for me, right? So it's going through. I'll keep it up for a second, but I'm actually going to pause it until it finishes just to not make the whole video you guys waiting. But you could kind of see on the left here, it's creating all of these slides very, very quickly, and they look pretty good, right? These are perfect as a sales presentation. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and then I'll get to the bottom when it's done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you through this deck a little bit. So essentially, this is what we came up with basically right off the bat. So you could kind of see, have an idea of the different, it's got you can see in the bottom, it has like the webinar kit logo, which we added. Oops, I might be blocking that. Hold on, so I can just show you the webinar kit logo is right there. So essentially though, you come through and you can see it did a really amazing job. I mean, this thing is like pretty much, you got to make some edits like on some slides, right? And we'll continue to improve that. But like basically you come down and it's got like a fully fledged slide deck here. Who is this webinar for? Is this you? You know, the copy, like feeling overwhelmed by all the AI talk, thinking webinars are too techy or complicated. This is a usable webinar here. And by the way, like it's all editable. So I could come in here, right? I'm like, let's say I just want to replace this with an image of me. Boom, right? Now it's me. Who are you and why should you, well, who am I and why should you listen to me? Mechanical engineer, turned online entrepreneur, grew multiple businesses, right? So that slide is done. So essentially you come down, let me take you back. Years ago, I was trapped in a 9-to-5 as a mechanical engineer. So yeah, type a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, right? So you can come in. Other cool thing is it's all editable, right? So if you don't like something, you could come in here and change it. Hello, right? So I could come in here and edit this. We've got the typical editing here, right? This is using the same page builder we use for regular webinar kit, which is well loved and adored. I believe we're the only webinar software with a drag and drop page builder. But basically, we kind of leverage a lot of the same tech for this. So like you come in, but all the images are auto-generated if you select that option. But let me come through, right? And you can see the copy is pretty damn good, right? We come through. You know, you could come in and edit whatever you want. My goals for you today, discover my AI proven webinar. It came up with the secrets, by the way, itself. Like it does this all itself. So 3 secrets to scaling. 1, most business owners are doing webinars wrong and leaving thousands on the table. 2, AI makes this shockingly easy, even with no tech skills or experience. So getting over those objections. 3, the automated daily clients webinar system that keeps working while you sleep. Secret 1, so kind of like going through, it's again like the copy's good, right? And again, this is only going to get better with time, right? Like, but for now, it's like you've got a fully fledged webinar here. You could build this for any industry. Look at this, our webinar is still really working. This isn't even an objection that I came up with. Did you notice that? This is an objection that it just knew, right? That what people might be wondering if webinars are still working. And it hit that objection. Absolutely. They're more effective than ever. Companies, solopreneurs are quickly making tons of money. Common myth busted. AI is too confusing. This was one of the things that I gave it, right? And like it gets over that objection really well. You know what I mean? Here's what AI could do for your webinar. Imagine running webinar events where AI handles boring, repeatable tasks. 3, the automated daily client system. So anyway, look at all these images that are auto-generated, right? So we could come in here and like it even made a little product image for the AI webinar accelerator. Didn't spell it completely right, but that's okay, right? You could always come in and change this. Like that's the beauty, right? Like it's giving you something that's like, in many cases, and in some cases, it probably will be 100% of the way there. But like, even when you go to Gamma or some other tool, you're going to have to do like a little bit of editing to make it exactly what you want it to be. But this is in sales webinar format, which is something I haven't seen anywhere else, which is just amazing. In a nutshell, the bootcamp will let you blah, blah, blah. So it tells you everything. I'm on slide 40 right now. So let me break it down for you piece by piece. Everything included, designed for newbies and advanced entrepreneurs alike, right? So it just goes through. Looked like it missed an image there, but basically you can come through and edit these. 20,000 companies, blah, 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 featured in. So yeah, like just it's got basically so many things in here. It created a satisfaction image. Let's sum up everything you get. So it did the stacking pretty well. We could come down, blah, blah, blah. Can total newbie do this? So it's still going through kind of like, here's some frequently asked questions slides. So let's see what the offer stack slide looks like. Okay, so how do you get access? Go to aiaccelerator.com. It's just a random link I put in there. Okay, so here's what to do next. So good call to action. Last chance for event-only bonuses. So we come down. Let's take action today. Right, and then here's the stack slide. So the stack slide came out actually pretty good, right? Because this is what we want in a stack slide. You can make edits to this. Like if you want to make this, let's see, can we make that left? Let's see here. All right, so we can't make that left, but we can always like move stuff around. Let's see, hold on. All right, so some stuff might not be editable right off the bat, but if we come down, text, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I was in the wrong section. So I can go ahead if I want to make this like stack to the left, I can take this and just, sorry, I was under the wrong alignment. So under text alignment is what we want. So let me go down here. Just change that, right? So maybe I want it to stack left instead of centered. Perfect, look at that. And maybe I want this text to be a little bigger, right? Just make it pop a little more. But guys, I just want to express to you, do you know how long it used to take me to create webinars like this? Like, this is good. This is like ready to go, which is awesome. And you can do it for any industry. So anyway, I'm going to go in here and just change these. But in a nutshell, once you finish and you're happy with your webinar, you have a few options. Like you could click download the webinar into a PDF. And then once it's downloaded as a PDF, you can upload it into the Media Center of Webinar Kit and use it as a slide deck in your webinars. Or you could record with it and do an automated webinar. I'm just going to make sure I save that. Okay, and then again, I could download it, but I'm just going to go ahead and exit for now. All right, and that's kind of what we've got live right now. I'm so stoked for it. You can see up here we have a few other things coming soon, like voices and presentations, and you can kind of have an idea of what that means. But what we're getting to eventually is we would like you to actually build on even the slide deck and add in an AI voice. Like you could, eventually we'll have it where you could use your own voice, like, you know, you can AI version of your own voice, but to start, we might have some avatar voices in there where now you could have someone present the webinar for you and eventually do different languages and stuff like that. So we have a lot of really cool stuff coming with the AI stuff for you. But for now, we've got the scripting and the slides already live, and I've never seen anything like the slides anywhere. Like no one has built anything like this. Again, you could use Gamma, but it's not really built for sales or conversions, right? But the slide deck I just showed you is what pretty much most if not all slide decks that I've seen over the years have this format, right? So I'm so excited because I'm going to be able to build my webinars 50 times, 100 times faster now too. So anyway, that's it for now. If you